Danica Patrick, your leader. Danica Patrick leads the Indianapolis 500. And this is legit. 172 laps complete, and you heard Danica. Everyone say a prayer.
You can get on that pace car, draft him. You can do it. Just get right up on him. He's going to hold he's on cruise control.
Look at the crowd standing up and waving just to salute her winning this. And they say, following behind the pace car. They want to save any fuel they can right now. And it doesn't matter if it's one small ounce in the tank full. They know that this is a bit of a risk, but you know something? This is the strategy of the Indianapolis 500 right now. Listen to them.
Look at your watch. Mark this date, May 29th, 2005, as you witness a history-making performance. 50 years from now, you will remember where you were when Danica Patrick made not only motorsports history, but she joined the likes of Amelia Earhart and Sally Ride in a barrier-breaking performance in this 89th Indianapolis 500, and the fans give her an ovation as she comes around. Now, Scott, strategy is playing out right here. Remember, she pitted much earlier. I don't think she can go 40 laps on her fuel, but they're telling her to move up on the pace car and draft. They're trying to conserve that much fuel. And the green flag is out. Danica will lead them around. We are 173 laps complete, working on 174 as they all move forward.
She takes the middle lane so she can defend both ways. That's Briscoe behind her right now, who's not in second. He's actually running as a back marker, as you might want to call it. Done a great job here as a rookie, though.
For strategy reasons, though, Scott, and not historical reasons, would it be better for Danica if she let Briscoe slide in front of her and used his draft to conserve fuel?
No, not going to happen. She's faster right now. She wants to put as much distance as possible between him and the car that's in second, which is actually the third car on the racetrack.
If you're just joining us, Danica Patrick, number 16, leads the 89th running of the Indianapolis 500. 187 men have done it, never a woman until today. Danica Patrick brings it across the yard of bricks one more time. Can she hold on? Can she conserve the fuel with 24 laps to go?
And this is perfect, Todd, right now, because Briscoe, who is in 12th position, one lap down, is actually starting to hold up Herta and Mira, who are running second and third. Tell you what, she's in her cockpit right now, looking in the mirrors, going, thank you very much. Right now, Ryan Briscoe, she's starting to stretch a bit of a lead out.
The entire racing world tuning in now to see if Danica Patrick can turn the trick and win the 89th edition of the Indianapolis 500. We remind you, she pitted with 40-plus laps to go. Fuel would tell us, Scott, she cannot make it on the fuel or the tires, but she is going to give it a run.
She's going to give it a run. What she's hoping for right now as we look at the keys to the race, obviously the patience is a big thing. We saw Kenny Brackus out, did a great job, but you know something, lap 180 is coming up. It's a sprint rush, but look at the last one. Lady Luck, you know, maybe she's going to get a bit of that today. The key thing, though, I have to tell you, is that she's hoping for a yellow right now so she can get a few more laps in her yellow to get that fuel conservation right to the end of the race.
Are the stars aligned? The blue sky is out. Danica Patrick leads the 89th running of the Indianapolis 500, but for how long? Dan Weldon on the inside. He gets a run. Does he have enough?
Oh!
And there's a yellow flag coming out, and we have an incident taking place.
Yellow.
And how will this shake out?
Well, I'll tell you what, that yellow needed to be maybe a turn earlier, and Koski Masura right now looks like he has absolutely no brakes on that car as he starts to come down across the racetrack, but it'll be tough to get around Danny Weldon on a restart. If Patrick was ahead, that would be the key.
And that's how it shakes down. Koski Matsur, if that yellow had come 5 seconds earlier, they would have frozen the positions on the track, which means Danica Patrick would have been out in front with 13 laps to go. Green flag, green flag. We are down to the final 10 laps of the Indianapolis 500.
She's got
Dan
the draft.
Weldon, look at this.
And the crowd is jumping up and down, Todd. Look at this, it's absolutely amazing.
Danica Patrick has moved out into the front. It is Danica Patrick leading with Dan Weldon sitting in second. So the whole point with the green flag, and if the pass was legit or not, is moot. Danica Patrick is for real, and she leads.
Look at the crowd, just absolutely going crazy. You know, they've not sat down since the moment that she's actually taken the lead of this race.
All right, nice job. Keep looking forward. Look forward.
Now Yeah, with
9 laps to go, Scott. Danica Patrick is there. Who is more nervous, Bobby Rahal or Danica Patrick or Danica's mom?
Well, you think about the history of all this going on here with a rivalry between Rahal and Andretti. You know something, in 1996, actually, or 1986, you had Bobby Rahal win this event. And the key thing right now is that Michael Andretti never won it as a driver, and he wants to win it as a team owner.
The last driver to win from the 4th position, Mr. Rahal. He is the owner of the Rahal Letterman team, and right now his driver is out there as we check in with Dr. Jerry Punch.
Guys, they have told Danica to go to fuel position 1. That is full rich. That's why she was able to make the pass on the restart. That is maximum power as the nerves now begin to build here. Now the question is, at fuel position 1, which is where she has to stay to be able to stay in front of Weldon, can she make it on fuel? And they really don't know now. They said it's going to be very, very close because all this power is burning up what little fuel they had left.
Dan Weldon takes a look on the inside, decides not to go there with 8 laps to go. He tucks in behind Danica one more time as we ride on board the Rahal Letterman Argent Honda. It is Danica Patrick.
If he goes by here, draft him. If he goes by, draft.
Draft just to save fuel, just in case.
Inside, clear.
And there he goes.
We're about 3 cars back. Let's get back in that draft. Try and stay in it.
We saw moments ago a shot of David Letterman. He's very nervous, very much still in this race. One of his drivers, number 17, that's Vitor Mir. You can just see the yellow top of his tub. But the leader now is Dan Weldon. He gets the pass. Can Danica conserve enough fuel to get another run on the Brit?
Danica, you have completed your first Indianapolis 500 with an outstanding effort. What is the emotion?
I'm relieved. I thought for a second we were going to win that thing at the end. I knew I had a fast race car, but you know what? When you got to save a little bit of fuel like we were at the end, you just aren't quite as quick. And all the guys that finished first, second, third deserved it. They were in the front the whole day, and I stalled in the pits once, and I spun it on the green flag once, and you know I went straight to the back a couple of times. So I'm just so proud of the team.